All right, YouTube, back in another video. And today we got something pretty cool. As you see in the title and thumbnail, the new truck is behind me, and it's one type of truck. So we'll flip the camera. I'm not gonna waste no time. Show you around the truck, what's under the hood, and everything about it, and things I need to do as soon as possible. I'm gonna order some parts tonight, and some things I want to take off and change. So let me flip the camera. We'll see what's up with this truck. All right, I'm gonna stand right here in the garage for a minute because it's pretty windy outside. But the truck is a 94 3500 Dually, Chevy Dually, long bed, and it has a 454 under the hood, which, if you know anything about old carbureted engines, that's a big block. And also, the interior is actually pretty clean on this truck. I was very surprised. And I actually got this truck off my girlfriend's dad. In the interior, oh, the fucking locked keys in the truck. Let me get the other keys. All right, the interior overall is pretty nice. It's not too bad for being 31 years old. The dash got a couple cracks in it, and the driver's seat is ripped up a little bit, but overall the carpet's in pretty good condition. And of course, you know, the rockers are rust, the cab corners are pretty far gone, and these side skirts that are left, I'm gonna pull off. I think it'll look a little bit better without the side skirts. And then also there's a little bit of interior work I need to do. Not interior work, but the what I believe to be the blower motor. I'll start the truck up and you'll hear it right now. It only runs for a little bit, and then it will shut off after like a minute. You hear it tapping over there. But the truck runs really good. Look at that oil pressure. The truck is really nice. It's got 130,000 miles for being 31 years old. The heat, the AC works. You know, just about everything works on the truck, except for the radio. It kind of loses power sometimes. It kind of shut off, turn back on. But actually, so far today, it's been pretty good. And then the blower motor, or the actuator of some sort, I got to look into that a little bit. That needs to be fixed. But the truck runs pretty damn good. Definitely gonna cut the muffler off and put a pipe in there. I think that's definitely gonna sound a lot better. Now let me pop the hood and we'll look under the hood. There's that big block, and then one of the other problems is master cylinder situation is leaking a little bit. I think it's leaking from the seal or one of these lines, which is really not that bad. Obviously it's leaked a decent amount of fluid out, so I'm definitely going to fix that as soon as possible. Got a new battery, and then also I need to fix the sway bar end link. It was broke, but as I'm doing the sway bar end link, I'm going to put new shocks, and then I'll put leveling pucks or some type of leveling kit on the front to level the truck out for some wheels I would like to put on it. So the wheels I'm thinking about putting on are some 19.5, like service truck wheels, 10 lug service truck wheels basically. And I think that will look pretty good. I was gonna go with some 22.5s and some low pro tires, but I think I'm just gonna go 19.5s. So I can probably find some service truck wheels and tires on Facebook Marketplace for pretty cheap, and then I can just polish them myself. But I'm going to also post this 8-foot bed cover, bar top bed cover, for sale, because I want to take my toolbox off my white truck. I'm going to polish this toolbox, and I think I'm going to put it on that truck and take it off this truck. And then also the tail lights on this truck need to be replaced, especially because this one is broken, and I don't like this black stuff on there. So definitely need some new taillights. It's got new headlights already on it, and also new tint. I've already talked to the guy. I'm gonna do 5 all the way around, 25 on the windshield, because this tint's all purple, and then it's obviously got tape on it from someone tried to hold the window up at one point. And then it's got aftermarket grille on the front, and also newer style headlights, which my girlfriend's dad's gonna give me the old headlights. I think I might go with those. I don't know, I kind of like those headlights, matches all the black, but also kind of like that factory headlight look. So I don't really know yet, but right now, before I wash the truck, I'm gonna pull the side skirts off and see how it's looking under there. I definitely think that looks better than this side, just because it's missing under the doors. If it was all the way from the door onto the front fender still, yeah, I think it would look better, but definitely gonna pull that side off. And this one is cracked a little bit worse than the other side. So, and then I'm debating if I'm gonna pull it off the rear bumper, because you see, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna pull the rear bumper part off so it flows a little bit better. See how we're going. And then see about this exhaust tip. Either I'm gonna get an exhaust kit, or I'm gonna cut the mufflers out, which it's got 2 aftermarket mufflers already, which that one's factory. That one definitely not factory, which, you know, I like my stuff being loud, so I'm probably gonna cut that shit off. So I'm gonna pull this side off and probably pull that off the rear bumper. I'm gonna keep this stuff. It's definitely worth some money. And then try to get this thing washed up. All right, truck's all clean now. And we have a little bit of where the master cylinder's leaking. It's coming all the way down here, so it's, need to do some research, and not research, need to do some discovering and figure out what's really leaking up there. And then also this side skirt, someone decided to try to bondo the side skirt to it, the dually fender, which not the best, which overall, you know, it looks pretty good. And I don't think I talked about the hitch, which this hitch is like rust welded in there. So 2 days in a row now I sprayed penetrating fluid, and today I got the pin to move. It's locked now because I gotta try to pull this cotter pin out, which I'm just gonna have to cut this thing off and then knock the pin out, which I'll be able to do that. And if I can't get the hitch off, I'm gonna take the whole hitch receiver off and cut this piece off the back, cut a hole in the back, and be able to just try to knock it out and beat the loving crap out of it, or take it to work and have the one guy press it out with a real heavy press, which I think that might work. I'll probably end up going to the junkyard and trying to find some pieces, maybe some fender flares, because there's rust behind them, and then I can 3M tape instead of them being self-tapered in. Or unless I find some nice black fenders, like really good condition black fenders, but the odds of that happening are very slim. But truck looking washed up looks pretty good. I think if I just polish it, matter of fact, I'm gonna grab a little polish real quick and polish out top of this fender, just see what it looks like with the sun, because it's really sunny right now. Just doing the top of that fender makes it looks a whole lot better. You can see, and then up here, that's pretty shiny. For being, who knows, it could have been repainted. As far as I know, this is original 94 paint, which this is looking, it's pretty sleek too. Like a little clay bar and then a wax. And this side, this is a lot of clear coat peeling, so I'll probably hit this too, and then that's all spray paint. I'll probably hit these doors, see if I can maybe do something to this hood. And I didn't talk about also, when someone spray painted this visor, so there's a whole bunch of overspray. I took a razor yesterday and cut all that off with the razor blade, cut all the overspray, black overspray off. And then I think, you know, that turned out pretty good. I might just do a little section up here, probably back here, so I can see in the sun a little bit, and just see how it looks. Okay, that definitely looks a lot better. You get to see the line right there, for how much shinier it is to what it was before, and it's quite a bit smoother. I didn't even clay bar this part, just waxed it. So I'll probably end up waxing this whole thing and then taking some pictures of it and then posting this for sale, so I could, if I sell this, then I'll probably put my toolbox on. If I don't sell it, just leave it on for now, mainly because I don't really want to store it over here or over there or wherever, but I just keep it on truck until it sells. So I'll probably wax the whole thing right now actually, and then I'll probably post it for sale tomorrow or whenever, try to get the thing sold. All right, she is polished up. She looks, or waxed up, definitely looks a lot better. I think this won't look as good as when I do the rest of the truck, because like getting some of this, you know, rough or paint and just making it look a little better. But took some pictures and it's ready to put up for sale. But in the ad, when I'm advertising, it needs a new lock on the back because I don't have the key for it, but it still opens and closes. It just needs a new lock, and it's like a standard lock. You could just buy this part because it just has like a bolt on the back that you just screw in. So you could buy one of these locks anywhere. That's all it really needs, is shocks. Everything works fine. I actually might as well show you it working. So you can just go through here, open it up. Works just fine. Things still open and close. Boom. But obviously, without a key in there, if you push it, lock it, whatever. Don't have a key for it, but overall, works fine. It's in really good condition except for a couple cracks, and obviously the paint being super faded and not looking the best anymore. So I don't remember exactly what I last recorded, but right now we're dropping the truck off to get the windows retinted. So I pulled, as you see, all the old tint off last night, just clean the windows, just so the truck's not there longer and I'm not waiting longer. So I'm dropping the truck off right now to get tinted. I'm about to hit the exit. And I'm gonna get 20 on the windshield and 5 on the sides and back. So it's gonna be pretty damn dark. And then also when we get the truck back, either I'm gonna do the exhaust, I bought some parts for it, or I'm going to, either and or, but for sure I'm gonna put some new lights. I got some more lights for the back, and then I got 5 new bulbs for the cab lights since one of them around. So I'll pick the camera up back when I get the truck back after it's being tinted. So it'll probably be 2 or 3 hours. So I'll pick the camera back up when we're at that point. All right, so the truck is tinted and it is dark on the outside. Super dark. And I got my brother, he's doing some rollers right in front. And it looks really, really good. There we got him. All right, here's the truck with the new tint. 5% on both driver and passenger door and the back glass, and 20% on the windshield. And you cannot see in there at all unless you're like right up on it. But it is dark. And there's a little bit of bubbles, but that's gonna go away in the next 2 days. The only thing I need to do is, so the tint doesn't get all scratched up, I already put one on the passenger, my little brother put one on the passenger side, or the driver's side, is a microfiber towel right here. Because on the old tint, it was all scratched up and it makes like a squeaking noise. So I'm gonna, once the 2 days, Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll put a towel on this. I put one on that side because I was gonna be sitting over there, and I need to get my towel back for my driver's seat. And I already went through and put the 5 new lights in the cab lights, and then also put the other 4 new marker lights in the tailgate. This one already had a new one, put 4 new ones. So the nighttime I'll show you guys what it looks like. And right now I'm gonna head to my buddy's shop and we're gonna put the exhaust on, or custom make the exhaust, and then maybe put the lowering shackles in. If I don't put the lowering shackles on today, I'll put it, it'll be in the next video of the truck when we get some more stuff done to it, when the parts for the front of the truck show up. So I'll pick the camera back up later when we get some progress. All right, I'm gonna go through, start cutting the exhaust up and getting other stuff clamped up. And then I got some exhaust strapping that I'm gonna, because obviously it's not gonna hit the hangers no more. So I'm gonna get some exhaust, I got the exhaust strapping and figured it all out, get everything measured up, and I think it's gonna dump right about here based off what I measured. So I got an 18-inch piece and the muffler is about probably 18 inches also. So I'll get the stuff cut off and start getting everything fit up. All right, so I didn't record, but we did another big change. It was just real quick. It was actually the easiest that I've ever done this. And it's the oldest vehicle I've ever done it on, and it was the easiest. So I went through and I put 2-inch lowering shackles on the truck. And now it is sitting, it's down like 1.5 inches, 1 3/4 inches, which it'll settle a little more, probably closer to that 2-inch mark. But the truck is sitting pretty level. And then also, at my buddy's shop, we took towel cover off, or the bed cover, hard bed cover. And we put that behind the shop with his bed cap. So that worked out. And now, obviously I'm back at home. Got my car, got the truck, got my other truck. My little brother's gonna grab this truck. We're gonna take this truck back to a shop. I'm gonna pull this toolbox off and I'm going to put it on that truck. Because since it is only a single cab, I have no room to store any of my tools. And this toolbox has maybe like 1/4 of my tools that I could use. So I'm gonna end up putting that in here. This box is, he gave this to me, it's just a little storage box. I'll probably just put it in the back, and I got a bunch of scrap and crap I gotta take out of here. So we're gonna head back over there and wait for my brother to get here, and we're gonna get the box pulled out of this truck. And then my white truck also, I'm planning on taking it to a shop and having them look at it, figure it out, and see what we can do with it, because I'm honestly tired of messing with it and getting nowhere. All right, so we're back at the house. Toolbox is on the truck. I think personally I like this look better. 2 inches lower in the back, toolbox no cover, and then obviously we put the fresh lights in the back on the cab and lowered the back. I think that is looking a whole lot better from where were we at before. And doing the exhaust sounds better, a lot more rowdy, a lot louder. So I think it's pretty cool. Sounds better, looks better, feels better, I'll tell you that. But I think that's gonna be a wrap for this video. Next video, hopefully I go to the junkyard. The parts for the front end will be here to get rid of that death wobble, I'm hoping. And I gotta build some stuff for the one frame horn. It's kind of messed up. So I'll get this piece of steel bent to put on there, weld it in, and then I'll have to re-bolt where the sway bar link, or sway bar goes across. But I don't think that'd be as big of a deal. I think I'll be able to figure it out pretty well. Then go to the junkyard, hopefully find 2 front fender flares that are pretty good, and I can paint them. I'm not worried about that part. But just because these are all, you know, self-tapered in, I don't like that. So we'll get that figured out. And guy from work has a simulator. I'm gonna just buy the whole set off him. Hopefully it fits. I'm gonna test it on Monday, which is in 2 days or whatever. Get that tested out, and then I'm gonna look online too for clear cap lights. Hopefully I can find some. I believe I will be able to, so we'll do some searching and figure out what we can figure out. And then I also think maybe next video, get some lights put on the toolbox, and then get some lights on the back of the truck, maybe one in each corner, wire them in on a switch, and then get some lights, some turn signals I think at each corner of the toolbox, wired into the truck, and then see what we can do. I got some stuff left over from what I was gonna do with the white truck that I'm probably just gonna put on this truck now. And hopefully this week when I talk to the guy, or next weekend, get this truck dropped off and hopefully get it fixed. But that's gonna be a wrap on today's video. Thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next video.